Hi, Dale Brown again, talking about what Lent is meant to be and how we practice a good Lent. Lent begins on Ash Wednesday and will carry us through Easter Sunday, almost to that point. And we talked previously about giving something up. I'd like to also recommend that we take something on, or that we do some new practice during the season of Lent. For example, you might not read the Bible every day. Many people do, some don't. But during the season of Lent, maybe you would formulate a regular plan of Bible reading. I always tell people, begin with the Gospel of Mark. Read a chapter a day. It takes about 10 or 12, maybe 15 minutes. And in doing so, in just a little over 2 weeks, you will have read through the entire Gospel. And then you can reread it. And what happens is the Gospel of Mark, being so short, but containing most of the important parts of the life of Christ, gives us a brief but important chronicling of the life that Jesus lived here on earth. But you certainly can read other places. Proverbs, reading one proverb a day. There are 31 proverbs, and reading one a day corresponds to most months, or maybe just a little over. If you have another favorite book of the Bible, what I'm saying to you, though, is don't necessarily begin at the beginning. Genesis is wonderful, but sometimes getting through Leviticus and others can be a challenge, and we get bogged down. Another thing you can do is some type of spiritual reading. A favorite writer of mine is Teresa of Avila, and she wrote this statement: "All will be well, and all matter of things will be well." And it's hearkening back to an understanding of the fact that God cares for and takes care of God's people. Julian of Norwich, St. John of the Cross, middle-aged writings and things that we might not pay attention to, but even modern writers like Sarah Young and Jesus Calling, taking the time to read daily during Lent is important. Taking something on, some spiritual practice. I'm not asking you to spend huge amounts of time, because when we do try to do too much, we set ourselves up for failure. Self-will only lasts so long. But some small practice, some small step that each day allows us to improve and connect with God and to be closer to the God who loves us during Lent and all the time. There are other things you can take on. Service, volunteering, taking care of another person's needs through shopping or whatever, being out in nature. Do something that connects you to God. God made you as an individual, a special, wonderful person, beautiful in God's sight. And as we think about what God calls us to be and do, doing something for Christ is a positive, affirming step that we can do during the season of Lent. The thing I think is important to do is prepare. Don't come to Tuesday evening or Ash Wednesday morning and say, "Oh, what do I do?" Think about it, pray about it, ask God to direct it, and God will. And all of us as followers of Jesus will be better off for having spent a good Lent, giving up something, but maybe even a better Lent, taking on some new practice for Christ. May God bless you.